All right, good morning. Always an exciting time for us when Media Day rolls around. And I think the first thing I want to start out with is how proud we are of our alums. Just coming off having 5 former Terps playing in the WNBA championship with the Washington Mystics winning it all. But it was an incredible sense of pride for us to watch Christy Tolliver, Tiana Hawkins, Shatori Walker-Kimbrough win their WNBA championship, as well as Alyssa Thomas and Brianna Jones, competing in the finals as well. So proud day, obviously, for all of us, for our Terps, and in the finals. For us this season, thrilled, anytime you go into the year, and, obviously this year, a lot of excitement and anticipation with the preseason ranking of number 5. And I think for us, what we're probably most excited about is it's an opportunity for us to really put a lot of great pieces together. Last season, I thought the team did a tremendous job, but there were still probably some holes that we needed to fill, and I think our staff did a tremendous job in the recruiting process. Our players have done a phenomenal job in the offseason, coming back better. And, I think we've been able to address a lot of those. So I think the thing you'll see with our team, first and foremost, is our size. We have tremendous length, both on the perimeter, point guard position, wings, inside. You're going to see that size. The talent level has really increased. We have depth at every single position, athleticism that we haven't had in a few years. And a big thing I'll say about this team is just they're a team full of competitors. Since they've started in the summertime, their practices between the summer and going into the fall have been some of the most competitive practices that I've seen in quite a while. We return all 5 starters, so that's exciting with the experience that they've been able to get from a season ago, with an influx of a lot of young talent, top 2 recruiting class that has come in with a ton of swag and confidence, and they belong. We'll be led again by our 4 seniors, but it all starts at the top with Kala Charles. And, she's front runner for preseason Big Ten Player of the Year. And as you've seen the last couple of years, we've kind of, as she goes, we go. And nothing really changes at the top with, what that senior leadership is going to look like for Kyla this season, the talent and athleticism that she possesses. She'll do a great job leading this, talented and really young team. If I had to choose someone out there that's probably been the most improved player up to this point, it would definitely go to our sophomore, Shakira Austin. And really excited to be able to see the early impact that she's made in practices. She dedicated her summer that she wanted to be here all summer, training in the weight room, getting in the gym, and it definitely shows. She's stronger. She can finish through contact. She's making plays in the low post that we were hoping is where she was going to get to. I mean, she's been extremely impressive, so I'm excited. When you look at that freshman to sophomore jump and what that looks like, oftentimes for players, it's looks great for where she's at. For Shakira, it's always been about consistency, and seeing that consistency now starting to kind of shine through in her practices. I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like when we get into play. Taylor Mikesell, everybody knows, best shooter in the country. She's continues to obviously be that, the work ethic that she possesses. She gained so much experience this past summer, being able to put on the uniform for the red, white, and blue, going over to Peru. She comes back, continues to shoot the ball at a really high rate for us, as well as Diamond Miller, who also got that opportunity to play for USA with the U19 team this past summer over in Thailand. Our transfer, Mimi Collins, she'll be sitting out this year for us with a redshirt year. Excited about what she's going to be able to bring to the table with size, talent, the opportunity for her to focus both in the classroom as well as on the court and use that year after we graduate 4 seniors is going to be really invaluable to this team. Like I spoke earlier, our freshmen have had an impact immediately. I think the thing that jumps out to you, and if you know their stories, they all come from winning backgrounds. Most of them have all won a state championship, if not multiple. And you see that when you watch them play with the level of confidence and the mentality they have towards winning. Ashley Owusu right now is presenting probably as the most experienced of that group. Presents herself, I always say, when you don't look like a freshman, that's a great thing. In the practice setting, she looks like she's a junior or senior at that point guard position, just poised beyond her years. And I think the thing that separates her is she just, with all the greats that have come through this program, she just kind of has that it factor when you watch her on the court. The number of plays she can make, whether it's getting someone else involved, scoring the basketball, her ability to get to the rim, her ''ability to push in transition has been at a really high elite level. Diamond Miller is another one that has had an impressive start, 6'3", long, gives us a dimension at the wing that we haven't had for quite some time. Tremendous wingspan, can score it, can defend, can rebound with that size. Again, gives us another great dimension from that perimeter position. And then Faith Masonis, probably have to say, probably one of the highest IQ players to come in here. Comes from a coaching background with her mom, but has all the intangibles. Really high IQ, very skilled, high energy type of kid that is going to find her way on the court just by the way that she communicates and plays and the energy that she brings to the table. Unfortunately, as some of you may or may not have heard, Zoe Young injured her knee probably about 10 days ago in practice, torn ACL. So, we'll have surgery on October 28th. Definitely disappointing, but, allows her the opportunity to use this redshirt year and come back even stronger, and have been so impressed with her mindset coming out of this and her preparation to move forward. The off season, is a great thing. We didn't have a lot of changes, so I always enjoy that brings a lot of consistency, continuity to your staff. But we were able to add 2 young, bright, student athletes at the time, and now into our office settings. So Lindsay Spann and Kylie McLaren have come in and have filled roles for us in the recruiting operations and player personnel area. Both are from the area. Both ironically played at Good Counsel at different times. Lindsay, having played at both Penn State and South Carolina, as well as Kylie at UConn. And so brings a dimension to our staff and to our players that, they have fit in right away as they've come in. So excited to have them both. Our schedule is going to have us battle tested early. Love our non-conference to be able to see where we're at. Obviously, the second game of the season, having South Carolina come to our place November 10th, 3:00 p.m. Immediately, we'll have an idea of where we're at, where both teams are at. Top recruiting classes ranked in the top 10, so should be a great competitive game for both teams. GW, Quinnipiac, who was in the NCAA tournament last season, will be in Daytona for Thanksgiving, where we'll get to face Clemson. We'll also be only 45 minutes away from the men in Orlando, so both teams will be playing at about the same time. And then finally, just want to continue to stress how excited we are about the announcement of the new practice facility. And I've said this before, that not only do we play in the best facility in the country, to now have a practice facility out there in the near future is a game changer for all of us. And I know if you asked Taylor Mikesell, she would have loved for it to be built yesterday, so she could have been in there 24/7, 365 days a week. But it really will be a game changer for us, for our student athletes, to have that kind of access, at any point. It allows our players, those that want to play at the next level to be able to get in and work. And the way the game has changed with summer access, now your coaches and your teams can spend a lot of time in the summer, so it allows us an opportunity to put a lot of time in the off season. So looking forward, can't believe we start next week with the exhibition games, November 5th with the all exciting day game, and I will open it up to any questions at this time.